sun say to the moon?
I don't know what.
Pull your pants up, I can see Uranus. What is the sun say to the moon? I don't know what. Pull your pants up, I can see Uranus.
All right, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you how I made those two videos that you saw. One was decent, the other one was crap. So first thing I'm going to say is that flow is not altogether perfect. And as you can see, I have a pro account, so it really does not work very well, unfortunately. So before we get into it, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me what you think about this video. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So let's begin. First thing I did was have Neo Banana create a bunch of characters. I wrote in, I wanted the sun and an astronaut, the moon, and Uranus, the planet, to be sitting in space, talking, pretending that they're talking. The moon's pants at his ankles, and that's why you see that. So you create that first in Nano, which is very easy to do, and then you bring it over to the flow side of the work, which is really very easy to do. It's just a matter of toggling a few buttons. Okay, the first thing you want to do is drag the photo that you want in the starting position to be in the starting position. If you have a photo that ends in a different position, then you can place it in the end position. But because I want the photo to be the same, so because I don't want the start and the end of this video to be the same, I'm leaving the end position for flow to the side. So what you want to do is, this is an important part right here. You just created an image, so you want to switch from image to video. Then you're adding in frames. You're not adding in ingredients. You're not telling the video or the program, I should say, what to do. So you want to switch over to frames. Then you want to also make sure that you have it on landscape. But if you're creating something for like TikTok, then you can switch over to portrait. That's a very important part. People don't understand the difference between portrait and landscape, and it's one of the first things you learn in film school. Then you want to create the how many video choices you wanted to give it. But the more you choose that, the more you use up your credits. And I'm sure you know how Flow works with credits. And it's not any better when you buy the pro version. I personally want to say that right now to Flow, that you should charge people not by the generations you make, but by the generations that they download. Because you can make me 6 generations, and if they're all crap, I don't use any of them. I'm just wasting my money. And that's why most likely I will be canceling my account. Hopefully Flow can hear this and make adjustments. So again, so quality is very important. Sometimes when the video is not being created well, I switch over to quality and the video comes out better. So that's the difference, but you're going to use more credits. As you can see, it's 2,000 credits to create this video. So if you're curious, it's 40 credits if you create it with fast, and if you create it with quality, then it's 200 credits. So there's a huge difference, but unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily mean that the quality is going to be better. You got characters that are not saying the lines of the other characters, even in quality. So be sure to watch out for that. So the generation does take a while. Let's listen to what we got.
What is the sun say to the moon? I don't know what. Pull your pants up, I can see Uranus.
Everything in this video is perfect, except for the character telling the joke is the same character says, I don't know what. In a joke, the character is not going to say, what did the sun say to the moon, and then say, I don't know what. So that's kind of a screw up here. But in the other video, the character doesn't pull it. The way the character pulls up his pants, the pants were already up before he got it. So sometimes I find a way to combine these two videos. I just wanted to quickly show you the video that I was referring to, where the character has his pants already up, but he also in his hands has a pair of rolled up pants, and then in the next scene you can see him pull up his pants, but his pants are already up. So the other shot in the other one is perfect, and I'm going to see if I can combine the two videos together. So you may need to do this once in a while when you're creating videos.
I can see Uranus. I can see Uranus. I can see Uranus.
Okay, so let's take a look at the two videos, and then I'll show you an example of me trying to combine them together.
What does the sun say to the moon? I don't know what. Pull your pants up, I can see Uranus. What does the sun say to the moon?
I don't know what.
Pull your pants up, I can see Uranus.
Now, before I end the video, I do want to show you guys how it is exactly that I got the photo into Flow to actually animate it. Sometimes it allows you to take a video that it created in Nano Banana and convert it easily to a photo. But in my experience, to a video. But in my experience, it doesn't always do that. So sometimes you have to restart with a new project. And here's how you do that. Start by hitting the plus sign and then go to upload. And then upload and bring in the photo that you want to use. It takes some time for it to render and to upload to Flow, but you won't wait that long. Then again, you make sure all your components are in the right spot, switch from image to video to frames, and whether you want a portrait or landscape, whether you want 4 samples or just 2, but remember, the more you use, the more your credits are going to run out. So you got to make sure you got that. It's a huge difference. And then for me, quality is always the best way to go, but you're going to use more credits with quality, as you can see the difference between the two there that I'm showing you. And I don't even have enough credits to create a quality video. So then what you do is drag your first clip into the frame, and if you have an ending clip, then image, place that in there. But I want my image to be different than the original, so that's why I'm not placing anything in there. So make sure copy paste in your script. Make sure it's very thorough. You can use ChatGPT to help you create a thorough prompt for Flow. It does great, but I would read it through to make sure that it doesn't say something that you don't want, because in some aspects it will say things that you don't want in your script. So for ease, have ChatGPT create it, and then of course reread it all to make sure it's not saying something you don't want in your script. And when you're doing scripts, make sure that the characters are all in caps. This makes the computer easily to understand and read whose line is what. And it still will get it wrong, but at least it's a little better. So I'm going to have to switch this one because I don't have enough credits, even though I have a pro account. I'm going to have to switch this to fast in order for it to make it generate the video. So make sure everything is right there. You check your script. Everything is fine, or your prompt, I should say. Everything's fine. The credits for it, and then you hit create or generate, and it does take a while for it to generate. But that is how you take the photo that you either have that you want to animate, or the photo that Nano Banana created. So I hope this is helpful for you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell me what problems you're having, and I will try my best to solve them for you. And as usual, send this video to a friend that you might know is having trouble with the new interface, because it is different, and it did take me several days to figure this out. So send it to a friend if you want to see more videos like this. See you in the next video.
What does the sun say to the moon?
I don't know what.
Pull your pants up, I can see Uranus.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel warm and squishy and cozy and fuzzy inside. So just do it!